Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Natural Talk series where today we are going to discuss my challenges faced throughout my CA journey and how I tackled those challenges. The purpose and the intent behind creating these kind of videos is that I just want to express myself. I want to express my mistakes, my learnings, my challenges with all of you so that you can also learn from them and you can also tackle the similar challenges in your life if they happen to come in your life in the future. So let's watch this entire video in order to understand the challenges which I had faced throughout my CA journey and how I tackled each and every one of them. The first challenge which I had faced was that whether to opt for this course or not. A lot of people used to tell me that you'll have to slog yourself for the next 5 years and you'll only have to focus on academics and sacrifice all the other things which you're currently doing. And therefore I was in a dilemma whether to opt for this course or not. The main reason of choosing this particular course was that I used to love to play with numbers and I used to like the finance topics as well. So that was one of the major reasons to choose this particular course. And the next reason was that my dad was also pursuing CA, and as I've told you that it was my dream in order to become a CA so that his dream of becoming a CA gets fulfilled, because every parent in the world would want their child to go beyond what they have achieved in their life. This was also one of the major reasons. So I talked to a lot of people, I told them what my interests are, and I also realized that basically finance is the main bread and butter of each and every business. So if you take any example of a startup, there is a CA who would be required in that startup. Also, if you take examples of great leaders in India like Kumar Mangalam Birla, Motilal Oswal, Ramdev Agarwal, Deepak Parekh, all these, they are chartered accountants and they have the CA blood running in them, which made them successful in their life. Because this is a course which teaches you how to balance your academic life and professional life, how to never give up and how to stay focused and how to stay consistent with what you have thought. So basically this is a course which is going to teach you that the goal which you have set in mind, that is going to get established in some span of time. And this is the main reason I had also chose CA curriculum. This was the first challenge. Speaking about the next challenge, this is a very deep challenge and listen to this very carefully. So the second challenge was that I had to sacrifice on my personal life. So this is a thing which I regret as well, that I used to play cricket and I used to play keyboard during my 11th and 12th grade. But once I enrolled for CA curriculum, trust me, I did not even get time to play cricket or play keyboard during my articleship days or maybe during my IPCC examination leave. The reason being that the curriculum of IPCC and CA final was so vast that I did not get time to play and to pursue my hobbies. So this is another challenge which I had faced, and trust me, the way to tackle this particular challenge is that you have to ensure that you spend at least 15 minutes of your time in a particular hobby so that your mind is refreshed and you are going to study in a more effective manner. This is a thing which you should keep in your mind. And sacrificing your personal life is very, very dangerous, because that is a thing which everyone needs as of now. If you're sacrificing on your personal life, that is a thing which is going to create problems in the future, because you won't be able to manage your time. And this is a course which is also going to teach you how to manage your time effectively. So if you learn how to manage your time, ultimately this will result in order to pursue those kind of hobbies and play cricket or play keyboard or whatever hobby you're in touch with, so that you get time to spend on those hobbies and you can remove at least 15 minutes of your time from a day. You have 24 hours and 15 minutes is like nothing as compared to 24 hours. So once you learn to manage time effectively, then you can easily tackle this challenge of sacrificing your personal life. A lot of people are going to tell you that you are doing CA, so your life would be very boring, you wouldn't enjoy as well. Just ignore these kind of people and keep this thought in your mind that I can manage my time very effectively and I can become an all-rounder type of a person wherein I can balance each and everything, not only academics but also extracurricular activities as well as my other hobbies and interests as well. The third challenge was choosing an articleship firm. So basically I had this particular option in my mind to go into a Big Four because I had ranks in my CPT and IPCC examination as well. But few factors which I had considered here was that I wanted an overall exposure in a mid-sized firm and I wanted to understand how a particular mid-sized firm runs like. So I wanted to get rotated across all the departments, and in my articleship I was working in statutory audit, then GST compliance and assessment and litigation, then direct taxation compliance, assessment, litigation as well as advisory, and few aspects of international taxation and compliance with double taxation avoidance agreements as well. So these were the broad areas of work which I've done during my articleship, and choosing a mid-sized firm was a very, very tough decision for me. So basically I still remember my dad and me, we had gone to Mumbai in search of a lot of mid-sized firms, and that was a huge challenge. So I typed on Google top 50 mid-sized firms in Mumbai. There were a lot of firms. I had given interviews in 2-3 firms only because I was selected, so I didn't want to go to other firms itself. My dad and me were traveling throughout the city and just talking to a lot of people, talking to a lot of senior chartered accountants and asking their opinion on whether I should do articleship in a mid-sized firm or in a big four firm. So the main feedback which I had received was that if I want to get into practice or start something of my own, a mid-sized firm would give me an overall exposure as compared to a big four, which won't give you an exposure of all the departments because you would be placed in one department itself. However, they told me that if you want to pursue job in the future, then you should definitely go in a big four because that is going to groom your personality and that adds value to your resume because the brand of big four gets attached to your resume. The next challenge which a lot of students keep asking me is that how did I manage my extracurricular activities with my academics? This is the biggest challenge I think that a lot of students are going to face in future as well, because managing your extracurricular activities with your academics and your articleship becomes very difficult and challenging. The reason being that you only have 24 hours again and your articleship would take most amount of time, and the remaining time which you have, you like to spend time with your friends or family, and there's lesser time which is remaining for all these activities. But trust me, the importance of extracurricular activities is equally important as compared to your academics and your articleship as well. So the reason why I'm stating this is that when you go to apply in a company, these companies are going to see your extracurricular activities as well as your academics. They aren't only going to focus on academics because they know if you have cleared your CA exams, it means you have that technical knowledge. You are well versed with all the technical topics and you would have the knowledge of the terms which have been taught to you in your classes. However, they want a student who has an overall kind of a personality, who is good in extracurricular activities and who is good in academics as well. Now, how did I tackle this challenge of balancing extracurricular activities and my articleship and academics? So trust me, during your first year of articleship, you only have to focus on your work and extracurricular activities. So if you're in Mumbai, most of the firms in Mumbai have weekends off, that is Saturday, Sunday off. So Monday to Friday, slog yourself, work for 12-14 hours a day, like how much ever you want to work. But on Saturdays and Sundays, try to ensure that you at least engage into any particular volunteering activity in an NGO or organizing any kind of event or participating in any debate competition, elocution competition, or any other musical competition as well if you're interested in music, because this is going to add a lot of value to your resume. So trust me, the main way to balance this extracurricular and academics is during the first year of articleship where your classes are not commenced. So when your classes are not there, you have a lot of time even in the morning and even on weekends to spend time on your hobbies and pursue your interests. Also, once you give your CA finals examination, there's a time of 2 months which is there from your examination day to your results day. So between these 2 months, try to ensure that you participate in a lot of students conferences, present papers, be an anchor, be a host, or organize these kind of events so that you at least have something to show in your resume. Now see, don't think as if you want to show this in your resume and that's why you are doing this. If you're really interested and if you genuinely feel that you can add value by contributing in this particular event, then and only then enroll in that particular event. Because the thing is that if you do it only for the sake of resume, then people would get to know that you're doing it only for the purpose of resume itself, and that is not a thing which is going to work. If you are genuinely interested, then only apply, because these are the things which are inbuilt in our own character and nature. So it's like it should come from your within itself and no one should force you, because these kind of activities help a lot in order to groom and shape your personality. So trust me, participating in all the competitions and events is definitely going to help you, not only in terms of getting job, but also in terms of shaping your own personality and speaking very well with people in terms of fetching clients and investors in the future. The last and the biggest challenge of my CA journey was moving out of my comfort zone. Now friends, trust me, it is very important to move out of your comfort zone at least at one instance of life, because this is going to teach you a lot of life lessons. So I used to stay in Nasik during my IPCC. Once I cleared my IPCC with a rank, I had to move out of my comfort zone from Nasik to Mumbai for my articleship. So I had stayed for the last 18 years in Nasik itself and I had never stayed in a hostel. So that was like moving out of my home to a completely new place where I don't know anyone and I'm going to meet a lot of new people in Mumbai. So trust me, it was not that easy for me in order to interact with a lot of people initially, but gradually I understood that it's very easy to network once you have that capability of talking to people and asking the right questions. This is very important not only in your personal life but in your professional life as well. What type of questions you ask to your client, what type of questions you ask to your manager, these really matter a lot. See, let's take an example. There's an induction session in your company and a lot of senior leaders are coming to brief you about their experiences. What are some of the right questions which you can ask so that they might also get impressed? So this matters a lot in an industry or in a job as well. So trust me guys, moving out of your comfort zone is very, very important, because if I would have had stayed in Nasik itself, I wouldn't get to know the amount of exposure which I had gained in Mumbai. So I wouldn't even get to interact with a lot of senior people. I wouldn't get a chance to host the national conference where 3,200 students had attended the conference. I wouldn't get a chance to have this amazing hostel life for 3 years, wherein 500 students were staying and a lot of good network was created in my hostel itself. I wouldn't get a chance to host the main festival of our hostel where 800, 900 CA students, CA aspirants come from Mumbai in our hostel. So these were some of the events and some of the things which I really cherish for, and I'm really grateful for, because this wouldn't have been possible if I would have stayed in my comfort zone, that is in Nasik. So trust me guys, it's very important for you to move out of your comfort zone, go a step beyond, go beyond the extra mile, and trust me, you're going to create wonders in your life. So let's take an example of a corporate life as well in terms of going beyond the extra mile. So it's very necessary that if your manager is expecting you to work for 12, 14 hours a day because there's a live deal going on, you should make sure that you manage your time so effectively and dedicate your time to your work as well, because it's a live deal which is going on. And this is called as going beyond the extra mile. If there's some operations role which has been given to you, instead of just taking it negatively, you should feel like, okay, I'm given the operations role so that I am going to understand the nitty-gritties of this business, and I would be able to analyze the business model much better as compared to a person who is working in a corporate glamorous role. So these are some of the instances I think which will help you to move out of your comfort zone. And once you move out of your comfort zone, then and only then you are going to create wonders in your life. I hope these challenges might be sounding like very difficult ones, but then trust me, even if you face these kind of similar challenges, it's easier for you to tackle them. It only depends upon your own will and up to your own spirit of optimism, how optimistic you are in your life. So stay optimistic, stay positive, and trust me, you're going to create wonders in your life. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this video was useful for all of you. If you do like this video, share it with all your friends, like the video, and subscribe to my channel so that I can create more videos for all of you. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.